Hi, this is Lefty Dad, and today I'm going to be doing a game with PC Replay Baseball from the 1948 season. And you can see that I'm currently at July 27th replaying every game of that season, and we have quite an exciting pennant race in the American League. Cleveland and Boston are currently tied. This is the first time that Cleveland has not been in sole first place by itself. I guess statistically, Cleveland is maybe a couple percentage points ahead of Boston, but in the first game of July 27th, Cleveland lost to Philadelphia. Bob Feller lost, and that's what allowed Boston to go into a tie for first place. And now I'm going to be replaying the next game from that day at Briggs Stadium in Detroit, the Boston Red Sox against the Detroit Tigers. And I will be coaching or managing. I'll manage Boston, so I guess I'm gonna have to mark the check the boxes over on that side, Detroit side. Hal Newhouser, he's 27 years old in 1948, is having a phenomenal year. He's had 21 starts, and his ERA is 1.88. He's 14-6. He'll be playing against Ellis Kinder, who is a spot starter for Boston, and he's having a great year too. 9-2 with 10 starts. He's had a lot of relief appearances, and you can see up here Boston has a 1-game winning streak. Detroit has a 6-game winning streak. Ted Williams is not in the lineup for this game. He missed a number of games in 1948. Detroit has that 6-game winning streak, so let's start the game. And Newhouser's on the mound. You can see this green circle. He's got 31 batters that he can face, and then he can even go longer based on whether he gets a complete game boost. But Dom DiMaggio leads off. He's hitting .325 for the season, and that's going to be a little dribbler to the catcher. 1 out. Here's Johnny Pesky. He's hitting .274, and it's a looping drive to right field, and we'll see Pat Mullen may not catch it. He's got to roll a 35 or less to catch it, and he rolls a 31. So there are 2 out. And now we've got Stan Spence hitting .275. This probably will not be a single. It's a ballpark effect roll. He's got to roll a 62 or higher, which is practically impossible, and it's a fly out to the center fielder. So we go to the bottom of the first. Ellis Kinder, he can face 30 batters. You can see here that in real life, he pitched 178 innings, so we're about 90 games, 85, 90 games into the season, so he's got a ways to go. Maybe he'll become a starter now for the rest of the season, but he's doing much better than he did in real life. You can see that he had a complete game shutout against the Chicago White Sox on July 22nd, and Johnny Lipon, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Maybe it's not, but he is the leadoff hitter, hitting .291, and this is going to be a rare play. We'll see what happens on this. There's a Texas League pop fly to shallow left field. The shortstop races out to try to track down the Texas League pop fly, and if he can roll a 3 or higher, he will catch it. Vern Stevens does catch it. He's a good second baseman. Here's Eddie Mayo hitting .244. Been in 70 games. There's going to be a short fly out to left field. And now George Kell hitting .314. Going to be a fly out to right field. So we have played the first inning. It's scoreless. And Newhouser is such a good pitcher. I'm going to change this so that the game doesn't go by quite so quickly. And Newhouser has all ones here in the 3 column. And that previous play, if it would have been any higher than a 1, that's the best you can do. It would have been a hit. So Newhouser is mowing them down. Here's Bobby Doerr, and he has been really hot lately. In fact, I guess I can save it here and show you that in the month of July he's hit 380, and he has also hit more home runs than anybody else in baseball with 15, even more than Kiner over here in the National League. So we'll go back to the game, and we've got Doerr up, and Doerr against Newhouser will probably get a base hit. They've got to roll a 1 or a 6 to get him out. They don't roll that, so he gets a infield hit, a hustle hit. Here's Sam Mealy. I used to be a radio announcer, and we had a cough switch that you could press if you had to cough or clear your throat, but not in this recording studio of my basement. Sam Mealy is up, and he is maybe going to get a base hit. We'll see. Vic Wertz is an average left fielder. They've got to roll a 35 or less, and they roll a 36. So there is a base hit. The runner does not go to third because Wertz is in left field. And now Billy Goodman is up. He's having a great year, playing kind of off and on, but he's hitting 329, and that's going to be a ground out to the third baseman. And that I guess was a double play. Yeah, it was a double play. So go to the bottom of the second. Vic Wertz is up. He's hitting 277. And that is going to, he's hit by the pitch. So he's on first. And Hoot Evers in 1948 did hit 314, but he has been really hitting great for Detroit all year long. He's currently at 335. And that's going to be a pop out to the second baseman, 1 down. Here's Pat Mullen, who has hit 13 home runs, and he's batting 303. This Detroit team is upper division. It's in 4th place currently, 3 games above 500. That's going to be a short fly out to left field. And now here is Sam, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. I really didn't know much about the 1948 players until this season. Now, I've played every single game through July 27th, so I know about the players quite well, but I'm not quite up to speed on some of these pronunciations. Sam Vico will say. And he's going to get a base hit, I'm pretty sure, although Briggs Stadium doesn't look like the ballpark effects favor the hitters, and he rolls a 32, so he needed a 41. So that's the third out. We go to the top of the third inning, still no score. Newhouser has not struck out anybody. He is a good strikeout pitcher for the era. This could be a base, we'll see. It's going to be a rare play. And the chopper down the third baseline. Third baseman backhands the ball cleanly, but his throw is wide of first. We'll see if Vico can get the out. He does not. They call an error on the throw for Kell. Now Kiner is up, and I'm managing the Red Sox, so I better pay attention. And he's an average bunter. He is not such a great hitter, so we'll have him try to sacrifice Tebbets over to third. And it is a successful sacrifice. You can see they show the sacrifice bunt chart here. It's a really, in replay baseball, the sacrifice chart is really good. The hit and run chart, I think, is the best you'll find in any of these sports simulation games. And now Dom DiMaggio, who's hitting 324, he pops out to the second baseman. And we've got Pesky up. Pesky, last time at bat, flew out to right field. He's been up 311 times, and he grounds out to the third baseman. So we go to the bottom of the third with the score still a shutout for both teams. Here's Hal Wagner, the catcher for Detroit, not hitting so great, 182. This could be a base hit, but Doerr is such a great second baseman that he is able to get the put out, the assist throwing out the runner. Hal Newhouser is a good hitting pitcher. He's been up 66 times. He's hitting 242. Newhouser, Door is like a vacuum cleaner. Nothing gets by him. So we've got 2 outs. Lippin is up. He gets a base hit. So that is the first hit for Detroit. And now Eddie Mayo is up, and he's going to ground out to the first baseman. So we're scoreless through 3 innings. We go to the middle innings now. Newhouser on the mound, looking strong. No walks. There's going to be a strikeout. So that's the first strikeout for Hal. Hal, the lefty, is up against Stevens, and this is a single to left. So there's the third hit for Boston. We have a runner on first. Door is up, and Door likes to drive the ball to the outfield, so we'll see what he can do here. Newhouser does not give up a lot of home runs. I don't know if I can, I can see here he's given up 5 home runs in 185 innings, so he does not give up a lot of home runs. Going to be a deep fly out to left, but not quite far enough. So Sam Mealy is up, and he's hit 1 home run in 144 at bats, and it's going to be a strikeout. So Newhouser's looking strong, but Detroit has only gotten 1 hit in the first 3 innings, so Kinder is doing okay himself. George Kell is up. He made an error, and he's hitting .313 now, and this is going to be a ground out to the third baseman. And Vic Wertz is up. He got hit by the pitch the last time up. Going to get a base hit to right field. He dumps it into right field. And now we have Hoot Everett's up. Hoot always does some damage. We'll see if he does damage, but he does not. In fact, he's going to hit into a double play, and that may be the second double play for Boston in this game. Here we are, getting close to halfway through the game, top of the 5th. Newhouser on the mound, still can face 16 hitters. Goodman, the hitter. There's going to be a base hit up the middle. Goodman is on. He's pretty fast. Tebbets is a double play machine, so we are not going to let him hit. And I don't think he's very good at the hit and run either. So we'll try the sacrifice. Well, Kinder is not a very good hitter either. So there is a sacrifice, successful sacrifice. Kinder will let him hit away, but Kinder only has 3 hits this season, and this is not going to be his 4th hit. And the runner on second stays where he is. So we are now at the top of the order. Dom DiMaggio. Dom could hit Goodman in. He's a good clutch hitter, but he does not. He strikes out. Newhouser is just too much for the Red Sox. Red Sox lose this game. They drop back to second place. Kinder on the mound. No walks or no strikeouts for Kinder. This is going to be a walk. No, it's a ground ball. Would have been a walk if Kinder had been anything worse than a 1 up there on his 5 column. So Kinder's good control shows its stuff. Now we're at the 7th spot. Sam Vico is up. He flew out to right last time up. That's going to be a ground out to Billy Goodman at first base. Takes the ground ball, makes the out unassisted. And now we have 2 outs. Here is Hal Wagner. It's going to be a short fly to left. So through 5, it's scoreless. Hal Newhouser looking strong, no walks, and he's got 3 strikeouts. So Pesky, the second slot hitter for Boston, he's got a fly out and a ground out. This is going to be a walk. Yeah, he walks. Okay, so now we've got something going for Boston. And Stan Spence, he can hit a home run, especially against, well, not against the left-hander, but So I think we're going to have him try to sacrifice Pesky down to second. And he pops out. Ooh, unsuccessful. Vern Stevens is up. He hits into a lot of double plays, but maybe we'll try a hit and run and see what happens. So the hit and run is on. Oh, I don't think I've seen that on a hit and run before. That is a home run over the center field fence. Wow, a home run for Vern Stevens on a hit and run, if you can believe it. Right over the center field fence here at Briggs Stadium. That shocks the crowd. Hal Newhouser does not give up home runs, but his ERA is still under 2 at 1.92. But that really created a shock here in the stadium, and Dorr tries to hit it out, but he strikes out, tried to kill the ball. Here's Mealy went on to play with the Twins, and he strikes out. So Newhouser gave up that hit and run home run, and now he's going to lead off the bottom of the 6th. He could get a hit here if he can roll a 2 or less. So he's not really that fast, and he does not roll a 2 or a 6. So Lipon is up 1 out, bottom of the 6th. This is going to be a hit by the pitch. Kinder loses control there a little bit, although he has not walked anybody either. Here's Eddie Mayo. What are they going to do? What will the AI, which is excellent in this game, the computer program is programmed by Richard Hanna, and anytime you can see a game, PC replay basketball is programmed by him too. So always get any game that he programs, Richard Hanna. This is going to be a base hit. Eddie Mayo gets a single to the left. Maybe you can see the chart come up now. This is another great thing about replay PC baseball. All these charts come up. So it's just wonderful to play this computer game. It's gorgeous. It's clean. It shows you everything you need to know very conveniently. It's the best there is. And they throw him out going into third. Oh, he tried to get on third base with 1 out, and Spence cuts him down. We'll see if Mayo goes to second. He does not. Oh, bad news for Detroit. Boston, I think they might be able to get into first place by half a game if they can win this thing. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. So now we are at the getting into the late innings, top of the 7th. Goodman is up. Goodman has had a hit against Newhouser. Newhouser must be really angry. His hitters cannot get any runs. Line drive to the outfield. This could well be a double for Goodman. No, it's not. Vic Wertz grabs it running into the gap. Bertie Tebbets is up. He was on base with an error. The only error in the game, Cal at third base allowed him to get on. And now he is going to ground out to the second baseman. So there are 2 down. We've got Kinder. Kinder can still face 9 hitters. So this is really looking good for Boston. And that's going to be a pop out to the third baseman. So 3 more innings to get through with Detroit, and we'll have a victory, and maybe the victory that puts Boston in first place. Vic Wertz is up. He has been on base both times. Once he got hit by the pitch, and once he got only one of the 3 hits that Detroit has had so far. It's going to be a fly out to right field. And now we've got Hoot Evers up. Hoot is going to try to make a difference here. And Hoot, well, we could have an error on Dorr. Dorr, again, is a tremendously good second baseman in all respects. Practically impossible for him to commit an error, but he does. He had to get a 63, 64, 65, or 66, and he got a 64. Wow. Bobby Dorr. Is he going to be the downfall here? Pat Mullen is up again. He's got power. He can hit it out. And he hits a fly to right field for the second out. Vico is up. Vico has some power, not a lot. He's been up 300 times this year in 81 games. Vico, this could be, could have been off his glove, but Vern Stevens is up to the task, and he throws Vico out at first. So we go to the top of the 8th now, and Dom DiMaggio leads off. He's 0 for 3 so far. This could be an error on Mayo. It's not. And we've got one out. Here's Johnny Pesky up. Johnny been on base once with a walk. He's 0 for 2, and it's going to be a ground out to Lipon. However, you say tomato, I say tomato. And now here stands Spence, who maybe will hit. No, there was that platoon disadvantage left-handed pitcher against a left-handed batter. Instead of the 11, which would have been a long home run, it's just a double into the corner. So there, the lefty-lefty matchup paid off for Detroit. And here's Vern Stevens, who has kind of been the star of the game. He has 2 hits in 3 at-bats, one of them being a home run. We'll see if Stevens can drive in the 3rd run, and he does not. Fly out to center field. And Newhouser does not. This is the boost check to see if he could go longer than his 31 batters faced, and he would have had to roll on a 6-sided die, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, not a 1. He rolled a 1. He still will have like 8 more batters he can face probably, but if any of them get on base, then he'll go to his B ratings up here, which are the worst ratings that you can have. And that happens when you give up 6 runs or when you start to suffer from fatigue. And this is the time to start thinking about getting the best defense out there, and we may already have our best defense. Immediately, I think, is the, well, no, Wally Moses is better at right field, so now we're going to put Wally Moses in right field. In the outfield, the higher your number, the better you are. It goes from 1 to 5, so DiMaggio is the best you can get. That's same true with the catcher. Tebbets is a really good catcher, but in the infield, the lower the number, the better you are. And Dorr is 1. He's the best. We'll see if anybody's better than Goodman. Yeah, well, yeah, this Jake Jones is, so we'll put Jake Jones into second base or first base. Okay, we got the best defense on the field, and you can see over here, Newhouser will be able to face 8 batters yet. He only has to pitch 1 more inning probably. But if anybody gets a hit, that'll go to a red B, which means pitching on B ratings. We're at the bottom of the lineup for Detroit. Wagner, let's see if they pinch hit for Wagner. No, they don't, and he possibly will get a hit. He does not. Okay. Are they going to pinch hit for Newhouser? This is a big decision for the computer manager, and they do decide to have Jimmy Outlaw pinch hit, hitting 225. He may get it's going to be a rare play. It's another one of these Texas League pop flies, but this time it's to shallow right. Bobby Dorr, I think, is going to run it down. He's just got to get anything but a 1 on a 6-sided die, and he gets a 5, so he ran it down. Defense wins this game, and now Lipon is up. He is 1 for 2. This could be a walk. Yeah, he walked. Okay, Kinders, he's starting to run out of gas. He's got 2 more batters he can face before he'll have to go through that complete game batters face check. Mayo is up. He's got the platoon advantage. And this could be a muffed play. No, Vern Stevens, well, we'll see. It could, 2/3 chance that he'll be out, and he is. So, we go to the top of the 9th. You can see here that Kinder can face 1 more hitter before he does that check, and if he doesn't pass the check, then he will have to take him out of the game. So Bobby Doerr leads off. He's 1 for 3. He walks. Now I'm going to set this, right now it's his base running strategy is normal. We can go for it, which is more reckless. We can do safe, which is what you do if you're behind in the last inning. We're going to go for it. Wally Moses is up. Moses only, well, he hit 259. In real life, he's hitting 290. He does not hit into double plays. Should we do a hit and run? Hal White is the new pitcher, by the way. He is an average pitcher. He normally, well, he's not such an average, he's kind of a bad pitcher. 6.12 was his ERA in real life, and he's currently at 4.94. I guess his walk numbers are bad here. All these, the 5 column is kind of whether you walk players, and he's got the worst you can get, a 5 rating. We'll just let Wally Moses hit away, and that's going to be a strikeout. Okay, now this Jones guy is up. I don't know a lot about him. He's been up 94 times. I don't know if he's ever started a game. But I think we'll do the hit and run with him, maybe. I can't really tell off the top of my head whether he's going to be good at the hit and run or not. Pitch in the dirt, catcher blocks it, but there's a steal without a throw being made, so that all turned out wonderful. Okay, Jake Jones swings away, strikes out. 2 down. Bernie Tebbets is up, and he has hit 280. He's hitting 279. He had 5 hits in a game against Detroit back in July. Good hitting catcher. 35 years old. They walk him. They walk him to get Kender. What a crafty computer manager. Okay, we're going to have to let Kinder hit, because in 1948, if you're a relief pitcher, that's because you're not as good as a starter. And there are very few good relief pitchers, but they walk him. Old Hal White, he walks a lot of hitters. So far this season, he's walked 12 and struck out 16 in 31 innings. So we've got Dom DiMaggio up. Dom is 0 for 4. He's due for a hit. Dom gets a little infield single, tacks on the 3rd run. And now we've got, and we have a base action play here. Rolling 2 dice. It could be a wild pitch, and Hal White, he's rated 1 for wild pitch, which is the worst you can be rated. I guess you can be rated 0 maybe. But nothing happens. The pitch is blocked, and the pitch in the dirt is blocked. So Pesky back at the plate. That's going to be a pop out to the second baseman. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, or the 9th inning. 3-0 is the score. Kinder has a chance to shut him out. He had a complete game shutout against Boston. Against Chicago. Okay, well, 1 hitter yet he can face. It's probably the best hitter on the team for Detroit, George Kell. His average is down to 3.11, and that's going to be a hit the single to center field. Now you see he did pass his batter's faced boost check. He rolled a 2. He had to roll a 1 or better. I mean a 2 or better. He got the 2, just barely made it. So his batter faced rating is increased by 10, and that means that he's got 10 more hitters he can face. Okay, so he's going to be in it for the rest of the game. Vic Wertz is up. He's got platoon advantage. Got a little bit of power, but they're going to pinch hit for him. Wow. Didn't see that coming. Dick Wakefield is up. He's got the platoon advantage also, and he walks. Uh-oh, it's getting a little tense now. Kinder has allowed the tying run to the plate, and it's none other than Hoot Evers. We'll see. Will Hoot ruin everything for Detroit with their first chance of the year to get into first place? And it could be an error on Pesky. I don't know if Pesky's a good fielder. He's not in regard to errors. And he commits an error. Tension, tension. The tension is on. Bases loaded. Mullen, who has the ability to hit it out of the park, he's got the platoon advantage. Bases loaded, no outs. And here we go. Going to be a fly out to right field. This particular year, if you hit a fly out and somebody scored, it was not, they did not count sacrifice flies, only sacrifice hits, you know, bunts and things, but not sacrifice flies. That was just a regular out. Okay, we got one out now. Vico is up. Vico is 0 for 3. In real life, he hit 267, so he's a little bit under. Platoon advantage, bases loaded. Vico is going to strike out. No, it's a fly out to center field, and it does allow the runner on third to score. Again, that is not a sacrifice fly. It's just a regular fly out for the hitter. Now Hal Wagner is going to bat. He only hit 195. He's hitting 175. I think they're going to pinch hit for him. The tying run is on first base. Both base runners are average, and they are going to pinch hit. Paul Campbell, he's got the platoon advantage, and he hit 265. So he's hitting 225. Here it is, the big play of the game. Scores 3-1, and Kinder pitches. That's going to be a base hit, I think. Well, it's not a good hitter's ballpark for base hits. He's got to roll a 41 or better, which I guess is about 50-50. So will he roll a 41 or better? And he does, a 61. Wow. I think that's going to score a run. No, it's not. We're going to see the third base coach chart. If he rolls a 10, he'll be out. Anything else he will score. Unless it's a 12, he'll hold. So most likely it'll be a 6, 7, or 8. And it's a 5, which is close to being one of the most likely outcomes. Okay, we have a barn burner. It's 2 outs. Now Hal White is up, the pitcher. They're going to have to pinch hit for him. I don't know who's left on their bench. Kinder, we got the tying run on second. Average runner. They're going to let Neil Berry, a utility infielder who hit 266. He's hitting 259. Okay, here we go. 2 outs. And this could be, well, this could be a foul out. It could be a rare play, or it could be a close ground play in the infield. It's going to be a close ground play in the infield, but Barry is faster than normal. He's got to roll a 1-4, and he'll be on with the infield hit, and he rolls a 4, so he's barely on. Oh man, here we are. Bases loaded, 2 out. Johnny Lippon is the batter. He hit 290. He's currently hitting 293, and he's 1 for 2 in this game. Our relief pitcher is Dave Ferris, who's not so good. We're not going to bring Dave Ferris in right now. We're going to let the dice roll with Ellis Kinder. Ellis. That is going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, who flips it to the pitcher covering the bag, and that ends quite an exciting game. So Ellis Kinder picked up his 10th win. Hal Newhouser uncharacteristically loses the game, and the most valuable player was Kinder. We'll see how this results in the standings, and you can see how this is an odd thing. Boston is in first place by half a game, but Cleveland, because they haven't played as many games as Boston, has a statistical lead. So let's look at the standings. And you can see here that Cleveland is in first place percentage-wise. I guess that's what counts, by 1/1000th of a percentage point. I mean, by 1 percentage point, 1/1000th. But it's 0.001. That's a 1/1000th of a percentage point. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I quit math in 10th grade, so. But I can look at it and I can see that it's weird. Boston is in first place with games behind, and Cleveland is in first place by 1 percentage point. So if you like this game, if you like the video, please subscribe or give me a like, because I'm trying to get up to 100 subscribers. So this is Lefty Dad. What an exciting game. They're all like this. So this is Lefty Dad signing off.